Okay guys, so another beautiful day in Rust, and I want to talk about the new design, of course. And I met this guy yesterday actually through one of my other, like the Greek guy that I was friends with, and he's a good, he makes a lot of friends, so that's good. And then I thought, this guy, I mean, he was busy raiding this small base with like grenades and stuff, and I'm like, man, I got a base full of sulfur, and I've been practicing like raiding on and PvPing on. So maybe I could, maybe like normally as a solo, it's very risky. Now maybe with the three of us we can do some raiding. So I've invited them onto my base. I gave them like my guest code, so they can go to my base, help me build like some rockets, and he built a lot of rockets, and we just started doing some raiding, and he's actually quite good at PvPing. And but he's like lots of guys are really good at PvPing. Like I mean they build. I mean actually he's a pretty good builder. But yeah, I told him that my base actually still was there since wipe day. I think it's one of the only, if maybe the only base that I know of that I've seen that is still here from the beginning of day one. All the other bases have been wiped as far as I know. Um, so yeah, I mean that's I think that should say enough about the strength of this build. And I mean, he apparently had like two or three other smaller bases, and he was trying to build a little base here. I can't no, you can't see it. But then I said, well, why not try my design? And so he was kind of like, oh, I don't know, I want to do like a suicide bunker, and it seems so awkward, and so I get used to it. And but I set it up for him like the main thing that they normally build, and we put up the bunker from stone with a Dropbox. And he said, okay, yeah, I get it. And then he started building, and actually he built not completely like this. He built a bit different. And I told him, now look, you put your loot rooms together. I mean, you're a good raider, you know that you can hit them both with rockets. He said, oh, what should I do then? And I told him, well, put them separate. And then he would put them again next to his loot rooms. That now you have to do one square more. So then it's not to your TC room. So then, like where you see like the metal on top, and then left and right, you see the two top areas. Those are like his TC and loot room, obviously, like not giving away any secrets, but because it's the same design that I use, and I'm really happy with it because actually he has like walk-in loot rooms, because of course as a PvPer he needs to get his gear really quick. He wants to get his weapons, his gear, and just go in and start fighting again. So he doesn't want to go in a suicide box for that. So I said, well, you don't need to do that. So we made this design where he had like left and right he has these loot rooms that are now protected by some gear garage doors, and on the outside it is honeycomb. Right now it's stone, maybe later will be metal, stone honeycomb, and then inside metal. So from the outside it will be like 2, 4, like 6 C4 to get in one of his loot rooms, so 12 for both. And then his main loot room is also like 12 C4, so it's like 24 C4. And look at how small this base is and how efficient. And yeah, I can show you inside a bit. It's almost wiped, so I don't know. I don't think he's really at risk showing his. This is going to be garage doors soon too. Is there light? I don't have a torch. Anyway, it's a bit too dark. And I've even added, he really wanted, actually he wanted to build just because he wanted to put up a shop. And so yeah, we put up a shop here for him. And I must say, it's like the first guy, I mean, I've showed a few guys my design on how to build, like do the suicide bunker. And I told a few guys about doing stuff, but I mean, nobody ever picked it up like he did. He even, I think he improved on my design by well, actually, yeah, one improvement he did, he actually decided to put honeycombing, this honeycomb, which I normally don't do, because I always look at, is it necessary? But you know, things not always need to be necessary. Sometimes you can just do them because you can do them. And actually, it is. I think it's a great addition. Oh, he probably has to do the top then too. I'll tell him later. But yeah, so I mean, here's like walk-in loot rooms, like with the garage doors and the boxes. They're even better than like the ones I have, because although I have more, of course, but they're not honeycombed all, because I couldn't do that. But it's good when you're setting up your base to make sure that you're also be able to honeycomb the stuff that you want to honeycomb. So, and it's even more expandable. So he can build as big as he wants. He can build as big as my other base if he wants. But like I said, with 24C4, or like yeah, like maybe like double that, like a bit less than 50 rockets or something, or whatever combination you want to make. It's a pretty strong design. I mean, I'm really happy with this, and yeah, I think he's a lot better off with this design than his previous designs, especially with the armored loot room. So even, like I said, like sometimes these bases do get raided, of course, or they are tempted. Like the one up north, I have a video on that. They tried to raid it, but eventually they came to my armored wall from armored loot room, and they just gave up because there's like 90 silver notes to that you're putting into that, and that's a lot of farming. And like I said, a lot of raiders, uh, they don't like farming that much. So yeah, when you really put up something like an armored wall and no doors, then you're really putting a stop to a raid sometimes. And it's proven me many times where I put a stop to people raiding my bases. So if he just when he logs off, just if he just puts some good stuff, he doesn't want to get loose. If he puts that in his main room, it will be safe overnight. And yeah, he can just keep his yeah, just the important stuff there. So yeah, that's a good design. If you want to know more about the designs, about like this big base that I built here, and the base that I have up north near the launch site, I have two more bases there. I mean, I pretty much build them just to test and see my designs and improve on that. And yeah, it's pretty OP, a bit over the top, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope you like it. Lots of love. Have a beautiful day, and bye bye, guys.